What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. You know who it is, your boy John.
It's fucking Bluebell Slayer this week.
Bluebell Slayer.
Every new Bluebell got wrist locked.
I keep forgetting. Well, I only rolled twice this week, so yeah, it wasn't.
That's it?
Yeah, my tooth.
Yeah.
So I went on Friday. I told myself, so I cracked my tooth somehow last weekend.
Why you get into a story?
What do you mean?
You're looking thick today, dog.
Thick. I'm too thick.
What?
I'm too thick to quit.
You're more than 208?
Yeah, I'm 216 right now.
Woo!
It's about 10 pounds over.
That's a big swing in a week.
Well, you know what it was?
From not doing jiu-jitsu, you think?
It's a mix because last weekend we did the going away party. And then the next day.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I thought you didn't eat anything.
Yeah, I had 2 tamales there.
And that plate with at least one donut.
I had one donut, yeah.
Bitch, I saw you.
But then I was also drinking. I also had drinks. And then the next day at Eddie's, I definitely ate a lot of the. Oh man, what was that brisket?
No, it was tri-tip.
That tri-tip. Oh,
I normally don't like that,
dude. That shit was.
It was good.
Fire. So I had
that chicken was good.
And then I was drinking.
Who made all that food? Red Cat. Shout out to Red Cat.
Yeah,
that was all good shit.
Yeah, super good.
So I like the asada that Jonah was saying that he burnt it, but I thought it was good.
I thought that shit was delicious too.
Yeah, it was like perfect.
Yeah, it was good.
It was really good.
Yeah. So then I cracked my tooth. So Saturday I woke up and in pain and I was like, what the fuck? So I took some Advil and went away.
Do you think it was your boyfriend's cock ring?
And anyways, this fucking man, always. Anyways, and then Sunday like the same shit happened.
I thought it was bothering you since like last week, like Wednesday or something. No.
And then like Sunday I woke up, same thing, and then I went to the party that night. And it was like hurting. That's why we left early. I was like, dude, fuck this.
Yeah, I saw you over there sitting on your phone. You're like,
I got some ibuprofen 800 from Eddie, and I was like, oh, that'll take care of it.
Damn, why are you narking out the guy, the fucking plug?
You don't have 800s? Oh, you know, I brought them back from Europe. They give you 800s.
Yeah, I mean, you can just fucking take 8 of them. Is that what they are?
200 each, yeah.
Like
yeah, normally, yeah. Same shit.
Yeah.
But it didn't help. You know what I did fucking get stuck on was those stupid Zens. So what I was trying to figure out what relieves pain. Apparently, nicotine is a pain reliever. So
it's because you're high as shit.
So you can take it to relieve pain. But then they found on a study, it also showed that like constant nicotine users have a higher pain threshold, which I didn't know. So like it was helping. Like it would take the pain from being like.
How many of those 13s, whatever?
They're gone.
Damn.
I was like trying to. It was like numbing the pain, not numbing it, but you know how.
Yeah, it's because you're high.
It's like a sharp pain.
Yeah,
it would like bring it down to like a dull.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool. So I just kept popping them. But then Monday I went to the doctor or the dentist, and then he was like, oh yeah, it's cracked, and I was like, fuck. And he's like, you have to go to a specialist so he can see if it's cracked all the way through. And if it's not, he can just do a root canal.
Yeah.
But if it is, he's going to send you back to me and we'll fucking have to pull it. I couldn't get into that second specialist that day. So then he gave me some antibiotics. And then but that was like a long night.
Yeah.
I couldn't, nothing hurt.
Yeah.
Like it just wouldn't fucking go away. It was like my ear was hurting, my head. So I found some pain medicine from.
The ears, how you know it's
fucked up. Dude, yeah, the ear was like. Dude, I was like laying in my room. And I had to have, like, I sleep with it pitch black, but, like, every fucking little sound, like the fan, like, I could hear the fucking things outside. Like, it was just hurting my fucking head. I was like, fuck. And then I was like, maybe I'll try to, like, distract myself.
No.
I put the fucking screen, lowered the
light.
The light. Mm-hmm. Dude, I couldn't even look at the phone because it was, like, my head was hurting because of it. And then Rebecca was like, you know, I might have codeine pills from her surgery.
Blowing all your plugs out, dog.
And so...
Next, you're going to say who you get all the steroids from.
So she gave me some of those, and that helped, and I fell asleep. But, yeah, they ended up having to pull the fucking tooth.
Yeah.
And the doc goes...
I think you should get a gold tooth. That'd be pretty
That'd be pretty dick.
Let's go to Mexico and get some fucking...
You probably just get it here.
Yeah, but Mexico would be cheaper for sure.
Well, I hear a lot of people... what do they call it? Medical travel or...
Tourism.
Medical tourism, yeah. But I know a lot of people that go to Mexico for
But I think the spot for dentistry is Mexicali, which is like further inland.
Further inland? Yeah, but I've heard a lot of people go there.
You go... towards Arizona somewhere.
My insurance covers 80%. It was pretty fucking good.
But they just mark the insurance.
Yeah, they'll just
mark it up.
Yeah, they'll mark it up.
Let's stop being old guys and talk about some shit.
Anyways,
but you only rolled.
So because of that, I told myself after they pulled it, I was like, I'll go back tonight.
No, I'll start bleeding. I'll tell you not to do it.
No, I was like, when can I go back? He's like, whenever you want. I don't think he's an old dude. He was pretty funny, but I don't think he knew exactly what it was because he was like, you can go back tonight. You know, it's like, So I was like, fuck it, I'm going back tonight. And I was like, and then like it was coming. I was like, yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, all right, I'll go Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, I'll just take it. And then so yeah, yesterday I went to the 10 a.m. and I went to the 7 p.m.
Yeah, back on the old man shit. Luckily, I've had like pretty solid teeth my whole life. Dude, but if I get any inkling of pain in my teeth, I go straight to the fucking
yeah.
I don't fucking.
That's the first time I ever had like pain like that. One, like I've cracked a tooth before, like I broke it, but it didn't hurt. It was just like
broke a piece.
Yeah, it broke a piece off of it. So I went and they fixed it, whatever. But there was no pain. Like this was like the first time I've ever had like I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I was like, I was thinking like my knee popped out and it like when it hurt it a few times. And it hurts, but it's nowhere near. And even the dentist was like, he said he has a lot of women that go in there, and he's like, a lot of women will say they would rather have a baby than have tooth pain. Yeah. I was like, that's crazy. That's how much pain is it? What are you drinking?
On some different shit, dude. This fucking Body Armor Flash IV is fire.
Is that like
It's like a hydration drink, like those Gator Lights.
Yeah.
It's got like all the electrolytes in it. I've been like super stiff all week. Like I only rolled Monday, Tuesday, and then Friday. I took Wednesday off for 2 reasons. One, my body was it's still kind of sore right now. But Blood In, Blood Out came out on Hulu. You know I had to get down on that shit.
Yeah, get down and watch it.
Fucking love that movie, dude.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie. See, people talk about like, oh, I grew up watching, a little bit younger than us. Like, I grew up watching Cars or like fucking children's movies. I grew up watching Blood In, Blood Out. I remember my dad showed me that movie. I was probably like 8 or 10 years old. This is exactly what happened. So that movie came out, I think, in the 80s. So by the time it was already, I think
it's been out, right?
Yeah, it's been out for a long time. But my dad grew up, my dad liked those kind of movies and shit like that. And then when I was probably 8 or 10, my brother he's 5 years older than me, so he's probably like 12 or 13. He got caught stealing. And my dad went and bought American Me and Blood In, Blood Out and made us watch them back and forth. And he's like, that's what's going to happen to you if you keep stealing.
You're like, fuck yeah.
I was like, damn, homie, fucking bought those locos forever. It didn't fucking work out for me, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
On some, almost jiu-jitsu related shit, I'm doing a whole series of Blood In, Blood Out shirts for Black Path. I've been working on it for like 2 years. I just been trying to do them forever. Now I kind of got more of the ideas of what I want to do, but I think I might do a Blood In, Blood Out rash guard.
You gotta be careful.
Why?
The copyrights.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's.
Disney actually owns that movie, but if we change a little bit of it, we blur some faces and shit. They can't do shit because I have a plan for some other shit I'm going to release on the next release. They
do like 100-year copyrights.
Yeah,
it's like the Mickey Mouse.
But if you blur faces, they can't do shit. If you change it 10%, they can't do anything.
No.
So I have some other shit that I'm going to blur the faces of, and hopefully I'm going to get in trouble for. But
fuck it.
Yeah, but I fucking every new blue belt got fucking wrist locked this week. I was snapping wrists. Everyone I could snap wrists on.
You almost got me in that fucking shit. I was like, God damn
I was trying to do it the way that Hoyler showed us. I was trying to do it. It was right when I went to go switch my hand. That's when you slipped out of it.
Yeah. You almost had it. I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I was worried, man. I was like, fuck.
I couldn't believe you hit me with that grip that low with your left hand. It was with your opposite. Oh, I guess it was.
It was my left hand.
Yeah. I could not believe it.
It wasn't that low. It was up here.
Was it? Oh, man. I was like.
You just caught it.
I was like, did this motherfucker really grab me like this?
No, you caught it right because it was up a little higher. Yeah. I normally, because I never grab super low. I always try to, and I slowly try to get to the back of the collar.
Dude, I grabbed you in that same roll. I grabbed you and my hand got stuck like in your trap and I was like, oh, hell no. And I wiggled my hand loose and got it to your neck. I was like, I'm not grabbing this for right here.
Yeah. It's a good grip.
Dude, I can't believe people don't wrist lock each other.
I do it all the time.
Dude, I'm surprised. Was it Nathan that was wrong with you? Didn't wrist lock you. He had you like in that reverse omoplata position, kind of like spider web. And you literally, I saw your hand go like this.
He was trying to wrist lock me a lot.
Was he? I was like, what is he doing?
Like from the arm bar, he kept trying to wrist lock me. So he's just 110 pounds. It's hard to it's hard to catch anything.
I was rolling with one of the blue belts, so that same roll when we were doing the positional sparring. And, Omar did like 20 minutes of positional sparring, maybe 30 minutes. It was quite a bit of positional sparring. Were you there that day?
No, it was only a Friday.
What other day of the week? You rolled Monday, didn't you?
No, only Friday.
That's only one day then. Oh, you rolled twice on Friday.
Yeah, but I rolled twice on Friday.
What time did you go? 10 a.m.? I almost went to 10 a.m. on Friday.
I taught the class.
Oh, that's right. Oh, hell no. Not if I was there.
I would have
had to fucking pull those stripes out and be like, look at this motherfucker. What'd you show him?
I did armbar from guard, triangle from guard.
I would let you teach us.
Armbar from mount.
The triangle from the guard I'm good at. Triangle from the mount.
Armbar from mount.
I'm good at that one too.
And then he had to do the back stuff that we did on Friday. Same shit. We did that. And then
I don't fuck with the armbar from the guard. I can't even do it. I don't got the hips for it.
I think you can.
I mean, I can do it, but it's really sloppy.
Yeah.
But it's funny you're talking about that. So I was rolling with that blue belt doing the positional sparring on Tuesday. He did like Monday and Tuesday. He did positional sparring for like 30 or 40 minutes.
It's good.
We went through like 20 because he's getting ready for that Worlds, the World League, the Worlds.
That's in the end of May.
Yeah. So he's kind of starting to get people ready for that. I think I'm going to do it.
It's going to be hard for me. I'm signed up, but I'm like, I couldn't train all this week. Next week, I'm going to fucking Arizona.
You only need 2 weeks, dude.
And then I'll come back in 2 weeks. So I am bringing like I'm driving, so I'm taking everything with me. I'm like bringing the whole fucking kitchen sink. So while I'm there, I plan to get up early before the conference and go to the gym there and like get my normal workout. Then also run as much as I can while I'm there. Yep. And if I have time, because I don't know, I honestly haven't looked at the schedule. If I have time, I'm gonna try to hit up Megaton's gym. Yeah,
I heard it's like in a bad part of Phoenix.
Fucking,
I mean, which is probably far. It's probably far from where you're staying at. What city are you going to?
Phoenix, in the downtown by the convention center.
Oh shit!
So I think it's not that far from.
Yeah, I don't think it's that far from there.
Yeah. That's a bad part of town.
I don't fuck with Phoenix, dude. When we go there, I go to Tucson.
Oh, that's where the conference is. It's right down there by the.
That's where it's at, right? Tucson? No, not Tucson. What's the nice part of Phoenix? There's a nice part of Phoenix.
Know.
I think it is Tucson.
I haven't been to Phoenix. I haven't been to Arizona since I was a kid.
Really? You never been to the World League
No, my brother used to live there when I was little, and then before I moved back to San Diego.
It's terrible. I really like. I'm trying to.
I hear it's hot right now there.
Oh, it's really hot. It's hotter than here because it's humid too.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So I'm trying to. Let me look it up.
But I'm driving, so I'm taking everything. Try to train while I'm there. The other day, yesterday, I was at a meeting and they were talking about something stupid about like what do they do for fun or whatever
in Peoria.
Well, just my team, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, and they were talking about what do you do for fun and stuff like that, and I was like, I like to fucking choke people for fun. And they're like, have you ever heard someone fucking struggle to breathe and gurgle when you're choking them? I was like, yeah, it's the best thing ever. When they're like struggling to breathe and they're like, oh, and then my boss is like, remind me not to fuck with you.
Dude, that is the best feeling in the world when you're fucking getting that choke.
Yeah, you hear him.
And you hear him. So, dude, back to what I was doing.
It's like snoring.
Yeah. Before that positional sparring, or during that positional sparring, I was rolling with one of the new blue belts, my fucking dog, and I wrist locked him a bunch of times from there. Like, I was just smashing wrist locks, and he just kept giving them to me. I've been telling him since he's like my white belt. He's like my hold your hand white belt, yeah. The fucking raccoon thing.
Yeah.
Did you send me that?
I didn't, but I saw
Someone sent me that. He's my raccoon.
Yeah.
And I've been telling him shit, and I've been telling him how to escape, and every time he tries, because I keep telling him, you have to face your enemy. No matter what, face your opponent. Yeah. And I keep telling him that. Every time he does, he goes like this. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to break.
That's one of those things that's hard to, like, your brain is telling you not to face
Scottsdale. That's where it's at. Scottsdale, super fucking nice. I love Scottsdale. Bunch of big titty milks out there.
It'll be interesting.
No, let me go back to my story, motherfucking shit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm wrist locking him and shit, and then we start doing some knee on belly shit. Motherfucker puts his hand on my knee, wrist locked his ass. And I was wrist locking and I see he was getting ready to tap, hit him with that switch armbar. I bet he did not know the big boy knows how to switch armbar. That's why I started talking about that, because you're saying you're teaching the armbar from now. Is that what you were doing?
Mm-hmm.
Switch armbar or just collect this?
Armbar.
Yeah. Dude, the collect one's okay. That's fine, but dude, the switch armbar is fucking fire. And if you're good enough and you go to switch and you miss it, you switch back.
Yeah. I learned
that Gracie Baja.
I was rolling with. I was watching Little Roger, Mr. 1000.
Mr. 1000,
and he was going for an armbar.
Who's Big Roger? Barbell Roger?
I guess he would be the big.
Nah, that's Mr. 1000, dog.
Well, Mr. 1000, he was going for an armbar, and then he switched it to a barra plata or burrata plata, whatever. Barra plata is what other people call it, burrata plata.
No, the dude's name is burrata.
Well, I hear people call it barra plata all the time.
No one.
I hear it all the time.
You just made that
all
up.
The fucking time.
How many people have you? How many people have you called it? How do you say Danaher?
Danaher?
No, you say it Danahar. You always say Danahar.
I fuck everything up. Fuck it. It is what it is.
All right, Terry Blay.
Terry Blay. But he did it from like he has an armbar, dude, and then as they're trying to get out of the armbar, he catches it, and I saw it, and I was like, that was the fucking smoothest transition I have ever seen, and so I like had him show it to me. I was like, that's fucking.
Well, that's like his thing. It's like, my thing's a paper cutter, probably.
I caught one last week.
Brought plata?
Yeah,
I ain't got all that.
Yeah, I don't even know how I
When you
caught
start
it. Oh, I got it from guard.
When you got to start throwing the legs over the back and shit and get high.
It's like an arm bar.
Yeah.
I got it from guard.
Yeah.
I was playing with an arm, and I was like, oh, they're not like fucking with me.
Yeah.
I just suck at the arm bar. Like I can do it, but I just suck at it. So, but I was like, I had my arm in, and I was like playing with that arm. I was like, oh, he's not fucking even defending. Like, and I was like, oh, he has no idea what I could do from here. Yeah. And I was like, fuck it. I just threw my leg over and caught it, and then he tried to drive into me, and it was
That's
too
what
late.
makes it worse.
Yeah, it was too late. And I was like, fuck yeah. And I remember watching. They're like, he's like, what the fuck? You got that? And I was like, yeah.
Better watch out because I'm gonna start Tarika plottering motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know,
Tarika plotter? Is that the backward step one from like Mount?
Or forward step from Kimura?
Yeah, it's like kind of does this.
Like you're in the Kimura.
That's what Nathan tried to do to me yesterday.
Oh, that's
he tried to. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you end up in the dark side Kimura and you can't break the grip,
you step over.
You take your head your leg that's facing the front of their body and you just step over.
Yeah.
But I don't do it because I don't have that much control over my big ass body.
Like you're gonna off balance.
No.
Or you're gonna fall.
If I start going,
there's no stopping.
They going with me.
Yeah.
So you better be protecting your shit, or you're gonna get your shit snapped. Because I did it one time, and I felt like I was getting off balance as I was doing it, and I just let go of it, and I let the person like slide out. But if I would have kept my hand in there, I probably would have tore his shit because I used like all my weight to throw it over, like way overshot his body, and I was like, oh, you're gonna get fucking.
You know what happened to me yesterday is like. I hit my elbow on someone, you know, like when you hit your funny elbow, whatever. But then after class, I was like, it was kind of sore, and I went like this to like rub it. And when I rubbed it, I felt something move, and it felt like a shock, and then it popped. Oh shit! And then it like went back in. So I think like the nerve or whatever kind of moved or something. So when I touched it, it went back into place, and I was like, oh fuck! I was like, that fucking hurt.
I had something like that happen once. I was rolling on. It was actually at Paulo Coelho School. I was rolling over that Gracie Mike to Austin, and
was he there when you went?
Nah, he was out of town. I think it was right when he got his knee surgery, and he was in Brazil or something.
Oh, okay.
But I was rolling with one of his brown or black belts, and I was a brand new blue belt at the time, and I was hungover as fuck, and I got caught.
I don't know how you roll like that. I can't.
It's not often.
Yeah. But I can't imagine like.
I really wanted to do. That was like when I was fucking, still trying to smash or trying to be the fucking man. But I got caught in an armbar, and I was defending. Dude could not break my grip, and I'm sitting there fighting it. He's fighting it, and I just had a good grip on my gi, and he's pulling it just like the standard way, like gi pulling, and I felt a pop in the middle of like my bicep. Is this your bicep right here? Like right between the two, almost like right here.
Well, this is tricep, so like right here.
Yeah, it was like right there. I felt it. I felt a pop, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And I tapped, and he just kind of looked at me. And I was like, "Something in my arm popped," and he was like, "Huh?" And then we just kept rolling because I was like, "It feels fine." We just kept rolling. And that night I was staying at my brother's house and I was sleeping like on a mat, and I couldn't sleep on that side for like 2 weeks. And I was talking to Pops back in the day, rest in peace, fucking Pops. And I was like, hey man, I was rolling like something weird popped in the middle. He's like, it's probably a nerve. He's like, those nerves can pop around inside your arm.
Yeah, that's probably Exactly.
Yeah, he was like, they can move, and he's like, it was probably a nerve pop.
It just moved. Yeah.
And I was like, it felt like it was like. It was like that loud, and then it felt like electric shot at my arm.
Yeah,
and then it went right away. Yeah,
that's for sure a nerve.
Yeah, every once in a while I feel it still, but it's just a weird. Like if I really defend the armbar from there, and people start torquing on it, I feel it a little bit.
So when I was having problems with my back, my upper shoulder, the nerve feelings. Shit.
Yeah.
So I guess when I was talking, I don't know who I was talking to, some doctor. He's saying that the nerve, because I was also having like fire, like felt through my forearm right here.
Oh yeah.
He said the nerve goes through. And then, like, it goes through, like, a hole somehow over here, and it goes to your back. And so that's why I was doing a lot of the back stretches. Yeah. But, yeah, nerve shit is...
No, I can't fuck around with it.
There's like, a lot of...
that's what happens when you're 40 and you try to fight.
Yeah. There's a lot of, like... I remember who I was watching, like an old power lifter or, like, bodybuilder, and he has atrophy in one arm now because he has nerve damage. And so he can lift, like, his other, like, everything. But this arm, like... Is bad. He can't fucking lift because of nerve and stuff like that. Yeah.
Also, Boss Rutan's like that. So he's got
But
one.
He has. Doesn't he have?
I think it's spinal fusion, but because it's some neck problems. But he has one he calls baby arm.
He has the same problem.
Yeah, because he has one big ass arm and one like small arm that he calls baby arm. But it's from neck problems. Like I never really had neck problems before that I know of. But it's from jiu-jitsu.
I'm afraid of being stacked, so if someone stacks me, if they start stacking me, I'm like, fuck it, it's not worth it. I'll just stack.
I try not to stack people either. Like it's fucked up. I stacked a kid this week, and I felt so bad about it. I was like, I can snap his little ass neck right now.
So when I do, the only time I stack someone really is when I do that bucket choke. Yeah, but I do it slowly.
And you're not trying to get them vertical. Like I'll only try I am once I have the choke. I don't try to stack them from the guard like that.
No,
because I don't need to stack anybody with my body weight.
Setting it once it's set up. Yeah, then even then, Like because I was showing that triangle, and then I was teaching how to get out of it, and I was showing how I get out of it, and it leads to that bucket choke. So I was showing them, and one of the things I was saying is,
but you can bucket choke from either side.
No, because you can't. Not if your arm's in, because then they can armbar you because you're in a triangle. So you have to go out.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And so, and if you go opposite way, they can't armbar you. Yeah. But what I was telling them was like, what I've learned in my experience is if you try to go too fast, a lot of times they'll just roll out.
Yeah.
But if you do it slowly, they can't roll out, and then they get to this realization that they're fucking stuck, and you get to stare them in the eyes as you fucking continue to choke.
I was rolling with someone a couple weeks ago, and I bucket choked them like that, and they looked at me like it was on accident, and I was like, "Nah, bitch, that was on purpose."
I've had someone ask if I choked them on accident. I was like, "No, that was supposed to be like that."
Yeah, and I also feel like the bucket choke it's a real choke. So you're gonna tap.
I don't know if it. It's kind of a mix because it's a choke, but it also hurts. I've been choked because twice I've done it to people, and then they don't tap, and then afterwards they're grabbing their neck. But it's like you should have fucking like because it's kind of like.
Yeah, so for me the bucket choke is a choke, especially because I go deep on it
across the neck.
I go deep. Yeah,
like, so do I.
So, but I feel like it's not quite as bad on your neck because I'm physically lifting you.
Yeah.
I'm not pressing my fucking 250 pounds into you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I try not.
Yeah, you're not. It's not weight on top. You're actually just lifting them. Yeah, I see what you mean.
I try not to stack people.
Yeah, I see what you mean though.
Speaking of which, stacking little motherfuckers. Jonathan's little brother. I know your name, but that's your name now. Jonathan's little brother called me out twice this week.
He's pretty good.
He's really strong.
He's starting to get really
strong for his size and his age.
He's starting to get really strong.
I mean, I crushed the fuck out of him both times.
Is he 16 now?
No, I think he's like 14 or 15. But he's like
he's
6
about Noah's age. Yeah, he's big.
He's big.
He's fast.
But he put me in a triangle. He put me in a triangle. He puts me in a triangle all the time. Which I was like, triangle is your thing. He's like, nah, not really the armbar. I was like, yeah, that's right. His armbar. His armbar
last night.
No, I missed it.
He armbarred.
Don't worry, it's not important.
What's his name? Yeah. Well, during his little going away thing.
Oh yeah, Jay. He fucked up Jay.
He threw that. Well, I mean, there's 3 of us on him, but he fucking threw that armbar on.
Yeah, but he tried to triangle me, and like he can. I tried to. I was trying to bucket choke him, and as I shifted my body to start come out, he tipped me over. Then he went mounted triangle me, and it was tight. And I was like,
he's got long legs.
I was like, if this kid, I was like, I can't let this kid choke me. Like, it just can't happen. I literally pulled myself deeper into it because first, like, his thigh was like on my face, and like it was like choking me. And I grabbed him and I pulled it deeper, and I was like, and then I just said, I'm gonna go 100% full send. And I was like, I'd rather have him armbar than choke me because when you limp arm out, you get armbar. And I grabbed him, just threw him off of me, and it came up, and I put him in the fucking scarf holder. I was like, what's up, you little motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're 40 and you got to fight fucking 15-year-olds, dude. With all that test and fucking speed and strength and flexibility.
Flexibility and they no loss of energy.
Yeah.
There was like that, Danaher was saying.
Who?
He was saying that.
Danaher?
He was saying, like, you're not the same person when you first start a roll to the end. You just get worse and worse and worse towards the end. And I feel like that's more for older guys. Like in the beginning, you're like all fresh, and then all of a sudden, as you finish your 5-minute, 6-minute roll, you're like, "Fuck!" You start getting the end, and you're tired.
That's funny that you say that because I was listening to the Simple Man podcast today, and they had Cody Steele on, who's he's pretty big in jiu-jitsu, but he's starting to fight MMA, and he was talking about how when he trains jiu-jitsu, if he's going to have a 15-minute match, he trains for the 15-minute rounds, and he tries to get the same person to stay for 15 minutes to see, like, because, like, they were talking about Mika. Because him and J-Rod, who actually wasn't on that version of the podcast, but him and J-Rod both fought Mika, and they both said the same shit. Like, he was as strong as he was in minute 1
as he was at the
minute 15. So they were both saying that nobody else is like that. Like, you'll roll, because, like, I'm not that way. Like, I don't have that. Well, I try to be, so it's funny. Cody said exactly what I say. It's like, Cody's like, I want to defend the gas for the first 5 minutes, and then I start to break out because as they're going 100%, they're losing their stamina, and you're still the same.
So do you think that is the case with Mika because his technical level is so high that he doesn't need to use all that fucking energy?
But he's able to cruise like at 70%.
Yeah. And then use explode, keep bringing it, bring it down.
Yeah.
So those moments when he's in the scrambles, he's exploding, but then he fucking brings it back down, and he's able to like. Because his game's actually, if you actually watch him roll,
it's very dynamic.
He's super dynamic, but once he like has you, he's slow and methodical. Yeah. But like he also able to turn it on in those scrambles to end up where he wants to be, and super fast. But then once he's like on your back, then it's like he's slow. He's not fucking trying to trying to do all this shit. It's just super like methodical.
Yeah, I mean Mika's the fucking man, dude. That kid is something else.
He will definitely be one of the greatest. He's already one of the greatest.
I think you get
as his career goes, you're gonna see he'll be one of the top.
His name will be always tarnished though. Always be tarnished because of steroids.
That's why everyone should just do it.
Yes, they should make steroids. Dude, have you fucking
seen ADCC?
Have you seen Tynan? Oh my god, that fool posted it.
I haven't seen him.
Dude, he looked like Gordon at ADCC. He posted this picture the other day, and I was like, God damn! Like, they should allow steroids in jiu-jitsu. It's like just let everyone do it. It's like it's crazy that you can't do steroids in jiu-jitsu. You're not striking each other. Yeah, you might break an arm or tear an ACL or something like that, but you can always tap. I mean, you can't tap to get knocked out.
I think it's like you can go to ADCC and
everyone's on the shit.
Everyone's gonna be on the shit. But I mean, Jeff is trying to be more professional, and I think
they're trying to get into judo.
And I think it is kind of fair. It is unfair for someone that doesn't want to, right? But wants to compete at the highest levels. It's kind of unfair to them, and I understand that, and so I understand why they hold that. But I mean, that's why there's other organizations. Go do ADCC.
Yeah, who's number one or the Fight Pass Invitational.
Go do fucking Jiu-Jitsu World League or fucking. What's that other one with the swords and shit?
Oh, Naga.
Go do Naga.
Yeah, it's Craig Jones was talking about a while ago that when they did one of the Fight Pass Invitationals, it was the day after a UFC fight, so they were around during fight week.
He can't compete in anything. No. He's juiced up.
Well, not IBJJF.
Yeah,
but so
I wonder how that works for Fight Pass ones.
They don't drug tests.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what he was talking about. USADA's walking around testing everyone, and he's just laughing. He was like, "What are you gonna?" He's like. I talk about the steroids I'm on. It's like, and they're like, we don't give a fuck.
That's the first time I've ever heard him openly talk about it.
No, I mean,
I heard him joke about it.
He talks about it all the time.
I thought he was. No. Honestly, he doesn't have the body type of someone, but that's probably because he doesn't lift.
He looks like a kangaroo in real life, dude.
Like what?
Like a kangaroo.
Like long and.
He's jacked.
I mean, he's jacked, but he's not like.
Look at his pictures from like when he was first in ADCC, which was 17, I think. Did you ever go on? So there's this website I fuck with a lot. It's called BJJ Heroes.
Yes.
You ever seen that?
Yeah.
And it's about lineage. They talk about people's things. And every time you go on there, it pops up. And it was like, would you like to learn something from Craig Jones? And it says yes, or it says no, I can't learn anything from Craig Jones. Look at that picture of Craig Jones then when he was probably like 22, 23, 24. Look at him now. He doesn't look like the same person. His head changed. He lost all of his fucking hair. Dude, he is Jack Diesel. Like, he's jacked. But he's so tall, he doesn't look jacked.
But I mean, I don't think he
lifts.
I don't know if he lifts as
much.
He
talks about it.
Does he?
Yeah, he lifts. Dude, he's a real-ass athlete, but he just likes to do drugs and party.
He's it's so crazy watching Craig roll with people. Because he'll go somewhere and you see him he rolls with everybody.
Yeah.
And he rolls with, like, black belts, too.
Yeah.
And he just smashes everybody. Like, his game.
And
he puts himself, like, in such bad positions. And I'm just like, man. And then you think, and that's where then you start thinking, like, fuck, how good is Gordon Ryan? If Craig Jones is like that, like, how fucking good is Gordon Ryan?
Right before you said it, this is what I was going to say. So, like, 2 through 10 are all number 2s. So 2A, 2B, 2C, 2-3, and then you got Gordon. Because Craig is definitely number 2.
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of people. Mary Galley's probably also number 2 now. So there's all these guys that are fighting for this number 2 spot. So I guess if you put them 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right?
They're in like the top 10.
But it's like, but they're all equally as good. It's not a real like 10 versus 2.
Yeah, because they're not competing against each other to really figure it out.
Well, it's like there's no way. Like, I would like to see Mary Galley, Craig Jones now.
That's never gonna happen.
No, Craig's never gonna fight him.
No,
but I would like to see that now. I still think Craig. I think Craig beats him.
In no-gi or gi?
No-gi. Yeah. I think Craig beats him because he lost. Yeah. Craig lost to him at ADCC. I think Craig beats him now just because he came with the wrong game plan. And he was super gassed out from the fight before. So I would like to see them in a super fight. In a super fight scenario, not a tournament setting. Super
where they're
scenario,
just them two,
Craig beats him. I think there's no doubt Craig beats him. He's way too slick.
So much more experience.
Mary Galley actually is a bottom player, but when Craig just sits down and he tries to do his top game, he's going to get heel hooked. I don't think there's any doubt that Craig heel hooks him.
Yeah.
But Craig is so fucking good, dude. He is
it's unreal.
He talked about
fucking unreal.
He talked about that dude that he choked out twice. he just said that that guy's like a legit grappler, but he's a UFC fighter, right? That guy's in the UFC right now, and he said he put him to sleep, and he said when he came up and double legged him, he was serious. Then he realized that he kind of like looked around as he was double legging and realized the fight was over. But he was like, he was like for real about that. He just talked about it this week.
I mean, I know I'll never be on that level, but like I would love to be on the level to where it looks easy. You know what I mean?
That's relative. When you're Craig Jones or you're Gordon Ryan or you're Merrick Alley or anybody that you're fucking Kynan Dwarch or fucking Mika Galvao, you roll against more people. It looks easy, right?
Yeah,
dude. Do you remember being a white belt and getting smashed, and now you're rolling with white belts and blue belts, and it's like, dude, when I roll with most of the blue belts, I think it's some of them. I can't think of any, but I know there's some that give me problems. All the white belts, it feels easy.
Yeah.
Like I'll get in like Angel, the big homie Angel. He's got a solid sacrifice though. He got me again with like twice this week. I was like, fuck, I've been defending.
I was trying to do that yesterday. It did not work.
Well, you set it up really blind. Yeah. You set it up. I feel the setup from like a mile away, but his setup is good. He just like falls into it.
He has the power and the weight to fall behind
but he just like falls into it. So he's really good at like switching his hip and throwing his hip out. But like you set it up.
Yeah.
He just like it's there. Yeah. Right. So, but besides, I mean, even him, like I'll let him get on top, and I'm going to sweep him. It's destiny.
They just don't know the different.
They're gonna get swept, right? Yeah. So like the same thing. I was rolling with the blue belt homie, and I kept wrist locking him, and I did the same sweep to him every single positional round because a lot of the shit, like the beginning of the positional rounds that day, it was all De La Hiva and lasso and shit, and I still can't De La Hiva or lasso with my ankle. Anytime I put my ankle in there, it feels like it's gonna explode. So I don't even fuck around with it. I literally De La Hiva him, and
I get what you're saying. It's like. It's like that for them, but with everybody else.
Yeah, so it's like when we roll with those belts, it's like it like Kyle.
Yeah,
it just makes it look easy. You know what I mean? So you will be on that level, just not on the world version of that level. You know?
Yeah.
You're not too old for the world. You're just too old for this club. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, I want to be that. What's that meme where it's like, beware of the old guys in the young men's sport. We're already there, dude.
Are we?
Fuck. The only young kid I can think that really gives me the gas is Nick. Speaking of Nick, I don't know if you watch this or not. Congratulations for fucking winning in-house this weekend.
Dude, I like that post he made.
Yeah, I made that.
Like, what's that word? What's that shirt? Smash everybody.
He just made it like on the whim because his boy asked him what it said.
I loved it.
Yeah, so he sent it to me, so I posted it. But I'm gonna decide by Monday if I sign up for World League. I'm gonna sign up at adult for this one because there's nobody in Master 2. There's nobody in Master 1.
Really?
There's one dude in adult. So I'm gonna sign up at adult, and then I'm gonna have Nick's gonna be Nick. You're gonna be my main training partner for the next 3 weeks. I'll be his bitch.
There's gonna be a lot of people competing, right?
I don't know.
I'll be honest. I always feel like, so like for competing with me, I always feel like it kind of fucking sucks because I don't. I mean, you're kind of the same where we kind of win, but it's not the same. Like when you watch a Kyle or fucking they just fucking like they're expected to win kind of thing. You know,
Kyle is good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
we are smashing machines. I don't care how much fancy shit you think you want to do and know. Smashing machine. Yeah. When you start to smash, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, but still, it's like, I don't know. It's when I compete, I fucking like...
Bitch, if you had your son's body, cool. You don't.
I don't. Yeah. I did have...
You got Stay Puft Marshmallow Man body, dog. That's what you're going to be.
I tapped a blue belt to pressure this week a few times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it one of the homies?
No.
Oh, fuck. I was
gonna say, I tapped him a few times at pressure, and I was like, it felt good. Come back and tap the pressure. I'm like, fuck yeah.
It's funny you were saying that earlier, but Kyle and Brianna rolled.
Yeah, I saw that.
I told Kyle, I was like, give her the gas, dog. And he thought I said smother choker. Because Brianna... Dude,
I was watching that video, and I was like, so there's this video, if you follow me on Instagram, Eddie posted like just
a panorama
of a random day training, which was Friday. And I'm sitting there, and he pans across, and then you see Kyle smothering someone, and I was like, "Who the fuck is he smothering?" And then I was like, "Oh, I see the purple belt," and I just see like really, really blonde hair, and I was like, "What dude has blonde hair?" And I was like, I had to go back. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, that's fucking Brianna. I was like, God damn, fucking Kyle.
Yeah, they both thought I said to smother her, and I was like, no, just give her the gas for like one round, for like one tap.
Let her feel like
let her feel what it is, and she was like, he's like did that hugging thing to me, and it's so mean. I was like, yeah, bitch, he does that shit to me every time I roll with him.
That's why I give him my back. I'm like, fuck it, have my back, and I'll fucking turn.
Dude, I don't think I've ever passed his guard since he let me. Like,
I've never passed his guard at all.
When I was a blue belt, he used to let me pass his guard a lot because it didn't matter. But now, he don't let me do shit anymore.
Well, now if you pass his guard, you know what to do from.
Yeah, so he don't let me do anything anymore. And like the other day, we got into. I'm pretty sure he already tapped me like 3 or 4 times, but then he let me get into a position, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm about to pass this motherfucker's guard." I had it in my head. I was like, "I'm coming through." He did that thing where he hooks his leg over his back and just starts to choke you from like while you're trying to pass. Fuck, dude, that thing is gnarly.
Yeah. I'm so glad he got his brown belt. It's just like, all right, that's what's supposed to happen when you go with a brown belt.
Sandbagging ass motherfucker.
But I saw that. I thought it was pretty funny.
I've only seen one person put it on him recently. I don't want to say any names.
Well, last night he had a good roll, and then Carol came up to him and was like,
"Now our turn."
No, she was like, "What did she say?" She walked out to him. She's like, "Oh, it's nice to see you actually sweating for once."
Yeah,
because he's never fucking sweats.
Well, that's the thing with man. Not because I can beat him, but I don't go hard with Kyle because we're just going to end up in bad positions. I might have to start going hard. I got to make him sweat now.
Kyle, you hear this, right? I know you're listening. You better fucking. I'm just saying.
The problem is because like
to do shit.
If I try to like explode on him, I end up in bad positions. So I try to like play.
Yeah, because you're not going to win the scramble.
Yeah. So I try to play technical. I still end in bad positions, but I don't get hurt. Yeah, that was my method rolling with Jay too.
That was my method. Yeah. My method with Jay was just defend.
Bon voyage, motherfucker! Don't come back. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that was my same with him. Was to just defend. With Kyle, I do try to advance, but
I try to advance, but it don't fucking work.
Yeah, it just never works. I just end up putting myself in a bad position every fucking time.
Yeah.
But no, I only rolled once, twice. Well, I did the 10 a.m. and the fucking 7 p.m.
I almost went to 10 a.m. on Friday. That's funny.
You should have. It was cool. I like the 10 a.m. class. The 10 a.m. class are like this. Either there's a fucking bunch of killers there and it's like hard rolls, or it's like a chill, like it's a super chill, like, oh, everyone's rolling just to fucking get a sweat, roll. So it's either just a kind of fun kind of roll. You know what I mean? Unless you show up and fucking Kyle, Luke, fucking Louis, Josh, Ismael, and all the motherfuckers are there, and you're like, God damn it. And you already know as soon as you walk in, because then they smiling at you, because they'll be like, I walked in once, and they're like, oh, you thought it was going to be easy today. I was like, fuck. They're like, you thought it was going to be easy today.
That's the worst. So every once in a while, I haven't done Saturdays consistently.
Would you want an easy day? You're like, oh, it'll be
I'm going to roll on Saturday, get a couple sweat in, and you look, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
You just look. You notice the first person. You're like, "Fuck!" And then you pull up. You notice their cars.
Like,
fuck.
Yep.
It's like I was trying to catch a light one day. Now I fucking got to get after it.
Yeah. One time I was doing a 10, and like, fucking Kyle showed up while we were stretching, and he's like, "Oh, you thought it was gonna be easy, didn't you?" I was like, "God damn it!"
You thought you were gonna smash everyone today, huh?
Yeah. It's so funny.
I want to start doing a couple classes a day. I just got to, dude. I'm so sore this week.
I can tell you that with my schedule, like obviously I lift a lot, but like by Wednesday, I'm hurting. Like Wednesday, 7 p.m., I'm fucking hurting.
You're doing too much.
And then, no, I just need more. Recovery.
You need more recovery?
More eggs and protein,
Fuck, I'm trying to tell me about this. I'm trying to get on the same recovery.
Some more creatine.
It's funny because, speaking of recovery, I upped my test this week, and I think maybe that's it's making me more sore. I was literally having that thought on the way over here.
I don't think so.
I don't know, but my dog started working in my neighborhood again, so fucking Monday we start lifting again, AMs. I'm so excited. Yeah, you're all motivated with that self-hate
I'm not motivated.
I look in the mirror, I'm like, damn, dog, I look good.
I look in the mirror, I'm like, you fat piece of shit.
Yes, not me. I'll be flexing. My traps are still pretty popping.
They're not
popping like your traps, but my traps
I look in the mirror
good.
and I'm like, you fat piece of shit. The fuck is wrong with you?
Not me.
The fuck did you have that donut for this weekend?
Not me. I step on the scale, I'm like, damn, I haven't gained or lost any weight in a month, and I'm fucking eating like shit. I was like, I must be doing it right.
I fucking hate it.
But it's funny. I can't remember his name. The older purple belt that's newer with us.
Yeah, I don't know his name. Yeah.
I was talking to him. I was telling him I want to get the gas next time he rolls because he's super technical.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, you look thin. He's like, yeah, I've lost like 50 pounds since I started again.
Damn.
And I was like, I need to get back on it because I got to get back on eating right because when it's hot, you have to eat right or you just feel like shit in jiu-jitsu. So like the summer forces you to drink more water and eat right. That's the best thing about eating hot.
Way more water.
So me too.
Our gym gets super hot too. So
that's that good shit, dude. I love the hot.
I hate it, but I love it because you're not as sore. You're not as like when you in a cold day you go in, you can feel like everything's tight. On a hot day you go in, you feel like
Yeah.
Without even warming up, you feel nice and like loose and limber and stretched. You're like, oh, okay, this is nice. But the rolls.
Yeah.
I can't wait till all the new people that have started have a summer. That's always funny to like.
It's funny, like my first probably 2 summers at White and Blue, they were
brutal,
popping.
Yeah.
But then like now, recently, like a lot of the people realize like I just won't go. It seems like some of the newer group of people, they're not as dedicated to it, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, it's just starting too.
But dude, when I was a wipeout, I was in there twice a day. Fucking summer, just fucking in there.
I'm
dying,
stopped. I'm still there all the fucking time. But I mean, what else? For me, it's like,
bitch, you weren't there all the time when you were a white belt. That's just new for you, like into purple, blue.
I was there all the time.
Nah.
Yeah.
Into blue, purple.
All the time.
Nah.
I was at 6 a.m. though.
Nah. That don't count.
Anyways, I don't know what I was gonna fucking say.
I got something.
Hold on. It's there. No, it's gone.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about this more in depth. We have some more shit planned for you guys. We're gonna start upping the content, and we gotta start doing the fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme shit we talked about. I forgot about that till just now.
Yeah, those would be funny.
But so this week IBJJF posted was it them that posted that?
Which one?
The pulling guard, the jump guard thing? Who posted that? Because it was everywhere.
I don't think it was them. I just don't know who.
So there was an IBJJF video that was going around from a competition where I don't want to just besmirch the guy because I've met him before. He's a nice guy. I've shared a few beers with this guy. But he's an older dude, Master 4, I think, Master 5, Master 6. Pretty old.
Pretty old.
Tried to jump guard on another old dude and blew this motherfucker's leg out.
You can hear it in the video.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
I never watched it with the sound on.
It.
So he pops a dude's knee and shit, and then he just gets up and fucking
walks away like fucking nothing.
He gets up and snaps his belly. He's like, what's up, bitch?
Asshole.
Nah, dude, I'm with that shit.
No, fuck that.
Hey, if you can't handle someone jumping guard, you shouldn't be doing it.
I'm sure the guy could handle it. The guy did it wrong.
Hey, your boy fucking Peter.
He did it fucking
wrong. Your boy
wrong.
Peter was jumping guard on an old
But
ass
he
dude too.
jumps guard.
He jumped low too. I noticed.
But he makes the He jumped on the dude's knee.
Yeah,
when he never even made it to his hips.
He didn't jump high.
That's the problem. Is like if you're gonna do it, you have to commit. You have to fully commit. Make it all the way to the fucking hips. Like you have to jump. He kind of like, and then right into the dude's knee. It's like, come on, dude. Like that's fucked up.
Yeah. I think if you're gonna jump, I think IBJJF should have a rules. If someone jumps guard, you should be able to slam them.
Yeah.
Like, why should I let you? I should fucking be able to pump your ass on the ground.
Yeah. If you're gonna jump guard or do something like that, yeah, they should have. Yeah, I agree with. I'd agree with that. If you're gonna jump guard, you should like be able to slam the fuck out of them for jumping guard.
Yeah. Yeah,
as a punishment, or just ban it. But we'll talk about that later.
I don't know about banning it.
Yeah. So we have some ideas on our about. I know a lot of times we just kind of rant.
99% of the time, we're just bullshit about the
off the cuff.
Yeah.
But we do want to make content. I think that's very like, I don't know what you call it. Like we're
gonna stay on a topic.
Like topic.
We're gonna talk about one topic.
Do a little bit more research. Episode. Yeah, do a little bit more research and have some viewpoints and things like that, where we kind of go over things, because I think that'd be kind of cool to have, or whatever it is, whether it's like banned or illegal moves or moves that should be illegal, or talk about the belt system. I don't know, whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Yeah.
We can talk a whole fucking session on TRT and all that shit too. I think
I
really want to get a doctor on here. I've been thinking about that. If we can get like not a doctor like but like an actual like a clinic and be like, hey,
that'd be cool. I wonder if we could find one.
I'm sure if we hit one up, we can probably get one. Not local. That's the problem.
Well, we could hit up a nurse practitioner.
We could hit up a nurse practitioner. Yeah, but I think that would be a good topic to cover, because I think there's a big misconception of people with TRT that it's steroids and blah blah blah.
It is steroids.
It's not. Well, it can be.
It says steroid on it.
There's a difference between TRT and fucking like.
Well, first of all, it's not TRT. It's testosterone. You're injecting testosterone.
No, TRT is testosterone replacement therapy.
Yes.
Right. So
I thought you were talking about the actual stuff.
No.
Yeah.
TRT.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Then there's always abuse, which is what happens as well.
Oh.
So
you want to talk about abuse?
There's two different fucking like levels of things. And
so where's the threshold?
Well, your normal TRT doses would like
200 or less a week.
Yeah. Or like, I'll say this: what Craig Jones is doing is steroids.
Okay.
Because he's doing Anavar, he's doing Deca, he's doing TAS, he's doing all of it, right? So there's a difference between.
But he's on a low dose of everything.
Well, he has to be. He's on 200 tests.
That's pretty low.
That's like your standard.
Medium.
Well, that's your standard, like a dog. Like when
so that's not a hero dose.
No, it's not a hero dose. My doctor said he'll do up to 400.
Continue.
Because it all depends. Anyways, Look, this is a different conversation.
No.
No.
We're only like 45 minutes in.
So we could do a whole podcast on this shit. And that's my saying, is we could do fucking...
like Craig Jones, we review your stack on the podcast. We talk about that.
Why are we talking about me?
Well, you're talking about people abusing shit.
People can abuse shit. There's a difference. I'm saying there's a difference between TRT and people abusing
But is there a line delineation where you say, okay, this is like, I'm on the standard
It's
shit.
on the blood work.
I'll
say it depends on your blood work.
Fuck that.
No, because your blood work, like if we were taking the same dose, for example, and your levels came back at like 400, even on the same dose.
Oh, okay.
And then we're taking the same thing, and mine might come back at 1,000.
What do you think your levels right now?
I don't know. I'm having a blood test.
What do you think it's at? Just if you were to take a guess.
1,000.
Get the fuck. Sorry about that. Get the fuck out of here.
This fucking guy drooling and shit. Anyways, my point being is, I think there is a misconception of people think of.
I'm not afraid to talk about my stack. Right now,
you don't even lift. Of course, you're not afraid to fucking talk about shit.
I'm still stronger than you, though.
Anyways, we got a lot of cool ideas for the podcast. And
I want to talk about the stack right now.
And patches.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make some patches. They'll probably be like 2-3 weeks till we put them out.
Probably longer than that, to be honest. We want to design.
I'll make the design. We'll get it done right now. I already have the design for the patches.
Well, I want to see them.
Okay.
I think you showed me once.
Yeah, then we'll get the homie to make them.
Yeah, and then we want to come out real nice. We want to do that, and then we also have an idea for guests to have like limited ones that they can have.
Yeah.
If they want to add them to gi or not add them to gi, it's up to them. I think it'd be kind of cool.
I was gonna say something else,
but merch would be cool to have.
You want to do? We've been talking about merch forever. I know. I'm ready to rip on the merch whenever you say let's do it. You guys want T-shirts? If we get 10 people in the comments to say they want T-shirts,
I think patches are cool though. But we can
do both.
Yeah, you're right. Can do both.
T-shirts would be $25. If you're willing to spend $25 on a T-shirt, let me fucking know. We'll start making T-shirts.
$25 is cheap for a T-shirt too. In general.
Yeah.
I went to the store today. I was looking at shirts. I'm like, fuck. Why is everything so fucking
expensive? Why do you think I only wear shit that has my name on it? Fuck, dude.
It's fucking expensive.
It's expensive.
Anyways, I don't have anything else for this week. Do you?
I do have something else, motherfucker. I got 2 things.
What do you have?
Let's talk about your stack.
Why do we keep talking about me?
All right, so this is my plan. You don't have to tell your plan. I'll say my plan. So right now, I just upped it to about 175 a week test. I want to get that up to 300 a month, 300 a week. Probably by like July, I'll be at 300 a week.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to see how I feel after 2-3 weeks of each one, to see what it does for me, what it does for my just endurance. It's gonna be
6 weeks.
Yeah, 6-8 weeks. I want to, but I don't give a fuck what the levels are. I want to up it to see how I feel physically. I don't know if it's gonna change
your endurance or anything. It's just change your recovery.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like being able to lift every day again, consistently like that. And then if I feel good and everything's good, like my blood pressure doesn't go crazy again, because I'm taking care of that now. If it doesn't go crazy again, I'm probably going to run a cycle of Tren.
You're crazy.
Because I'm not really into the Anavar idea that I had before. Maybe I'll run a Deca instead of Tren. But I want to do.
You have professional fucking bodybuilders that are like, unless you're a pro, there's no need for Tren. There's no need for that shit.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get bigger.
Quicker. How about you just lift every day?
That's what I just said that.
But do that first.
Nah.
There's no shortcut.
I'm not looking for a shortcut.
You have to fucking put in the work every fucking day first. Do it for like a year, 2 years.
I'm looking for a little help. Nah. You didn't take 2 years before you jumped on all that shit.
I was already lifting.
You were 6 months in.
No, I was already lifting for a year.
Let's talk about when you started doing Anavar for the first fucking time. You were like 6 months in. Yes, you were.
No, dude.
Yes, you were.
No.
Yes. Yes.
I'd already been lifting for like a year and a half before I even tried to do anything.
How long do you think you've been lifting now?
Probably a solid 2 years.
Yeah. Whatever. I got another thing to talk about because we're going to talk about this in depth. We'll plan this. We're going to talk about this in depth.
All right, what else you got?
And we're going to write shit.
What else you got?
Nicky Rod and fucking Mason Fowler. So we're not going to do another podcast before till that. So
that's coming up.
That's next Sunday. I think. I think it's on Mother's Day. They're fighting. We are going to do another podcast, but
when is Musumeci and fucking what's his name?
That's not for a few months.
Okay.
Speaking of, I want to talk about that real quick. Did you know that Musumeci got his fucking black belt from Gilbert Burns?
Did he?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Neither did I. If you look it up, it doesn't say who he got his black belt from, but he talked about it. He posted a picture today. He was doing striking with Gilbert, and he was like, "It's great to do striking with the person who gave me my black belt."
You see a takedown? I was like, God damn.
On that same post?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
Did you see the post about Nick Diaz?
Who?
Mikey Musumeci.
Someone. He would fuck up Nick Diaz right now.
So he was talking about he wouldn't want to fight him in MMA.
Not in MMA.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to fight him in MMA, but he would fucking. He's like, because Nick Diaz is supporting what's that fucking shitty ass YouTuber? He was fucking around with
Bradley Martin.
No, the one that was fighting what's his name in the fucking ring and he almost got knocked the fuck out. I forget his name. Redneck dude.
I don't know.
He's world champ. Or was world champ. He beat. He just lost his belt.
In what?
Bald. UFC. I can't believe I forgot his name. He's bald. He's baldish. He fucking beat Alessandra.
Oh, yeah, there's Sean Strickland.
Yeah, Sean Strickland.
He's from California, fool. He's from Corona. He's not redneck.
He's pretty fucking redneck.
The fool's from Corona.
But that YouTuber dude was talking. He's hanging out with Nick Diaz, and he was telling Nick Diaz how long do you think you would be able to train me to beat Mikey Musumeci? And then kind of Nick Diaz was kind of talking shit about it, about Mikey Musumeci, and then Mikey Musumeci responded, but he was like, hey, I grew up watching the brothers. They're fucking amazing. He's like, I wouldn't fight him in a match because I was just fucking lose. But he's like, I'd do a jiu-jitsu match against him. He's like, it'd be an honor for me to fucking fight him.
Speaking of that, so I was having a private conversation. I'm going to put public. I'm not going to say who it was. One of the homies, and he was talking shit about how fucking Alex Pierre got his black belt for knocking out Jamal Hill. And a lot of people were talking shit. And he's like, hey, my gym door is open. Any black belt wants to come fight me, come fight me. He's like, just jiu-jitsu. Any one of you guys want to come. And he was like, I would fuck that dude up. And I was like, all right, maybe. And I was talking about, what if I pay for it? We film it. You go out there and you fight him. Then he thought he was in Brazil. He doesn't live in Brazil. He lives in Connecticut.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going to Connecticut for no matter how much money. And I was like, how about we maybe, I have a connection to Sean Strickland. How about Sean Strickland? He's not a black belt. And he was like, fuck no. There's no amount of money you can get me to fight Sean Strickland. I was like,
he's one of those people you don't fuck with.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, he was about to fucking kill Big O, and Big O snapped his shit. I mean,
I don't know if he would have beat Big O. Because that motherfucker
Sean striking's good. But so Big O actually had pro MMA fights, and he's won some of them. But so I don't know if a lot of people know. I looked into it deep when it happened. So they're at the Ruka Training Center, which is a lot of jiu-jitsu guys are there. The guy that owns Ruka is a big jiu-jitsu guy.
Oh, is that why New Wave's there now?
No, that's Roka. Ruka's done. Yeah, the Ruka Sport's done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ruka Sport's done. RVCA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Ruka Sport's done as far as a team.
Okay.
That's where Luke Rockhold was at, Mackenzie Dern was at the time Big O was training there. You know that full big, it's like Big Boy SC, that jacked full from San Clemente? Big Mexican dude. Yeah. They trained there. Oh. All these dudes were training there because it's an OC or maybe Long Beach area. But Sean was actually not even a member of that team. He got invited to go train. And he was talking shit loud. Big O's just sitting down. I guess he's like, yeah, fuck jiu-jitsu. That shit's for pussies. No way anybody that does jiu-jitsu could beat me. And then was talking shit. And Big O's like, I'll fuck you up. And he's like, no, you couldn't. You fat, going crazy. And he's like, all right, let's go in the ring. And that's when he snapped his shit.
Yeah.
So he was pretty. I
don't think he would have been able to knock out.
Yeah, you'd have to hit him pretty fucking hard. You'd have to head kick him, I think, and take his ass out.
He's
a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big dude. And he's pretty fucking athletic for being a big dude.
Super athletic. That's what was so surprising when Nicky Rod beat him at ADCC.
There was a huge difference between that, though.
Yeah.
Nicky Rod looked huge in that match.
He's looking big again right now.
And he's just way more athletic. Just in general,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. But I don't know. What do you think about Mason Fowler, Nicky Rod? I think Mason Fowler fucks him up, personally. I like Nicky Rod. I like them both as personalities.
I think Nicky Rod has been getting much better.
He's getting better, but he talks about he's specifically working on technique right now because he's a black belt now. He's like, I got to be black belt.
That's like I posted this thing. I put it on our 40 Fighting. It was what's his name, Roger Gracie, and
the GOAT.
He was talking about being good and being good at every position. And one of the things he said, which I thought was he was like, you always hear you have to be willing. He's like, a lot of people don't train right. They just train to fucking be tough in the gym. To just be tough. And it's like, hey, yeah, you're tough. He's like, but that doesn't make you good at jiu-jitsu. He's like, to be good at jiu-jitsu, you have to train at side control, top and bottom.
This is the reason I play half guard.
You need to train at
just every position.
Yeah. But he's like, but put yourself in that. He's like, but armbar, not just normal armbar.
Spider
yeah, first you need to be armbar from here, maybe fully extended and still be able to escape. He's like, you need to not just.
The problem is you need training partners who are willing to be on the same vibe with you. Yeah. If I give someone an armbar and they fucking crank my shit, we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta. Danaher has the same thing. It's like they start in fully extended armbar, fully extended choke, and it's like, but everyone knows we're not gonna rip your shit.
Yeah, so you're trying to hold it.
Yeah, and I would have guessed most gyms are like this, but our gym is definitely like this. Everyone has too much ego for that. Because
I think there's a subset of people that if we were to be like,
but we would all have to be like, we'd have to get in the room and shake hands on it before.
Yeah, like
we all agree not to fuck each other.
Yeah. Yes, but I think there should be like if you had an advanced class, and in that class you start from every bad position. You just start from that bad position and just like keep working on it. And I think the whole school would benefit from that. I think it'd be cool.
On that same kind of vibe, like I haven't been messing with leg locks as much as I was like a couple months ago. But I have that mentality. Like a couple times, like I was watching a couple people roll, and one dude had the other dude like in a toe hold or a knee bar, and the dude like aggressively rolled out of it. And whoever had it let it go, and it's like that's like the understanding you have to have. And Omar was watching because I just made this face, and Omar was like, his shit should be blown up right now.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have let it go.
And then he was like, he said to the guy, he was like, "Hey, you're lucky he let go of that because he would have tore your shit off." And the guy was just like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Yeah, you can't do that, dude. Like you can't explode out of a leg lock."
Yeah.
So that's the kind of willingness you have to have is like if you see someone exploding out of a position to let it go or.
Well, that's the thing is you need to. That needs to be a conversation that gets brought up.
Yeah.
In a while everyone's lined up. Everyone's lined up. Hey, we want you guys to go for ankle locks. We want you to go for fucking toe holds and knee bars. But you need to understand that if you have to let it go, even if that was a thing, catch it and let it go.
Yep.
Or as someone that's having it applied to you, you need to be able to understand like, hey, he caught me. Tap. Yeah. Even if it's not hurting, he caught me. I'm not, tap.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So like sometimes I've had people catch me in like a toe hold and I'm like, I'll try to get my foot in there to push off, and then if I'm like, if I can, I'm like, fuck it, tap. I'm like, you got me,
Yeah.
It is what it is. That's part of the learning process. But now in my head, I'm thinking to myself, don't get caught in that same way. How did he catch me? Like, don't let my leg get caught that way again, But
back to Mason Fowler, Nicky Rod. Who you got?
I think Mason Fowler.
Yeah.
He's a savage.
He's a savage, and he's quiet, and he's just really on his shit, and he's like
he's quiet too. Yeah. There's a quiet people you got.
That whole fight card's good. Dude, fucking Nicky J-Rod is fighting fucking Ronaldo Jr.
On the same card?
The same card, dude.
It's Mother's Day, so I don't know if I'll probably watch it. But
fuck, dude. Like
I'm coming back that Saturday.
I'm pretty sure it's this Saturday coming up, or this Sunday. Hopefully, it's the Sunday after. Then we can talk about it more.
Wait,
I'll pull the
this
card
Sunday, like not tomorrow or tomorrow?
No, a week from tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, next Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's the one actually after that, so we can actually talk about it in depth.
Yeah,
it's a really good card, dude. Fucking Fight Pass is not fucking around anymore.
Yeah, I'm liking to see all this stuff that's happening in jiu-jitsu, like seeing all these things.
Yeah.
You know who I've been watching on YouTube? I don't even know his name, but Legion has been putting. They got this judo guy in there, and he's teaching a lot of judo.
Miha, Russian.
He speaks normal. It sounds like he's normal English, but maybe
it's probably Miha. Miha's Keenan's first black belt, but he's a judo black belt too.
He's been teaching like putting videos on YouTube, and it's all judo shit.
Yeah,
and I'm like, man, that shit is fucking legit,
dude. I watched him get fucked up in Arizona. He got
in a jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah, I got the brakes beat off him. I couldn't believe it because I was like, oh shit, that's Miha. And I went over and watched, and he just got crushed. I was like, who the fuck is this dude at a random Phoenix Open that just crushed this guy?
That's what we were talking about before. It's like there's fucking killers out there. They just don't compete.
Because there are killers out there, but I didn't know that you had to win those opens to get into the fucking worlds. So this dude who was probably
100%.
This dude who was probably at the world level was like, I gotta get my fucking points.
I gotta go to
I gotta go to Phoenix. I gotta go to Phoenix.
And that is probably a strategy too. Go hit up this fucking. I'm gonna go to this fucking Kentucky Open where nobody's gonna fucking be at. Smash everyone, boom, make it, and get my points.
Yeah, because I think you only need to win one gold.
I think it's one. Yeah, just one Open.
Yeah, or like 3 bronzes or 2 silvers or something.
Oh, I don't even know you can do that too.
Yeah,
but yeah, that'd be my strategy. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the fucking podunk.
You know
Except
what?
now you go anywhere near the middle of the country, you fucking Pentagon's gonna show up and fuck everyone up.
They do too.
So
especially Clay Mayfield, because he's in Nashville. That fool's going to like. I just saw him smash everyone like at a Florida Open or something like that. I'm like,
well, that's like the one when Nicky Rod was going up, and there was like this big fat hobbyist black belt dude.
Oh, like, yeah, it was a Naga.
And he was just like, boom! And I was like,
I think it was a Naga.
That's an epitome of fucking round fight. That's before he was like, I mean, he was already known, but
he was only a blue belt.
Yeah, like you would think he would have known who he was.
Dude, that could be me. Let's say I fuck around at a Naga 2 years ago.
Some random guy shows up.
Yeah, roll up and like, who's this fucking big Jack Guido?
Yeah. I mean, that should be your first fucking inclination of like, you know? Why is this Greek god fucking standing in front of me?
Well, that's like, I don't know if you know him, the homie Andrew from Alliance and Redlands. You ever met that dude?
Andrew.
It's a big Filipino dude. He is giant. I fought him once, and he fucked dude. It was when he first got I was like a 2-stripe white belt or 3-stripe white belt, and he had no stripes. The motherfucker punched me in the face and almost knocked me out. But he's like been competing. He's like on that cop shit, and he's like, dude, he's like conservatively 6'5", 290, jacked.
A big dude.
He was a fucking Division I football player. So it's like you roll up and
I don't know if you think football has anything,
but just like the toughness of those guys and the ability just to grapple people. Like, dude, like fucking my dude in fucking Arizona, man, I just forgot his name. Alex. Same thing. Division I fucking football player. I think he played like arena football and shit too. Like, I remember he grabbed me and threw me, and because I had like a plan for him. I was ready to fight this guy. Yeah. And I was talking to him afterwards, like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, that's called a pass block. And I was like, well, it fucking worked.
Yeah. It fucking worked.
Because I remember he like threw me, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? That was probably like my second or third comp ever, and I was like, "What? I'm out of my element." Yeah, I'm way out of my element, Donnie.
Yeah.
All right, now I don't have anything else.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you guys hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment down below, all that good stuff. And until next time,
Megaton Lifestyle.